Engineer, a job with a future. We shape your future. Is this lofty claim really true for the engineering profession in Luxembourg? What is an engineer in reality?
Definition of an engineer to me is dealing with heavy industry machinery, movement, framework on buildings, any form of building from houses to office blocks.
It's understanding people's requirement and helping them to achieve their targets.
An engineer is someone who's clever and contributes a lot.
I think car is the first thing that pops into my mind when you think about engineering.
An engineer is somebody who builds roads and buildings and railways.
Somebody who makes life easier for humans or for animals even.
I think an engineer drives a sports car, has a lot of money, and maybe, he's the perfect man for a woman.
High expectations of a unique professional career with very varied fields of competence. In Luxembourg, as in other countries, engineers work in the construction of machines and plants, or in a variety of domains from electronics or aeronautics to maintenance and space technologies. High-tech pure is also offered by the steel or the construction industries. Engineers are in demand as project developers, planners, designers and managers in numerous enterprises, administrations and organizations in Luxembourg. And when necessary, these engineers, along with responsible teams, are involved in the shaping of your future in worldwide projects. But how does a young person decide to be an engineer? Why are you an engineer?
Well, since I was a child, I was fascinated by technique, and it's a profession that changes very much because technology changes also very fast and very much, and it's quite a sure profession because technicians are needed always.
Well, since I'm 10, I'm quite passionate by electricity and electronics, and so it became quite clear that I would be an electronic engineer later on. And engineers normally have the necessary curiosity and also creativity to tackle the problems that are of general interest for our community.
I liked mathematics and physics very much during my studies, and I wanted to do something practical with technical background, so not too theoretic but applied sciences. That's why I chose the job of engineer. And the engineer, in my opinion, has a very large background, not only technical but also analysis capacities, and that's why it's important to have engineers.
Well, I chose to become an engineer because I'm interested in technology, like to know how things work. Technology is everywhere, it has to improve, so you need the engineers to make it better, more reliable, more cost efficient, safer. They will be needed for a long time.
The Luxembourgish Association of Engineers, ALI, represents the interest of qualified engineers and university graduates, both bachelors and masters, as well as students who are working towards a BSc or an MSc. With its 1,330 members, the Luxembourgish Union of Engineers has the further development of science and technology in its sights. This involves cooperation with national and European associations, along with a professional organization of its members in order to represent their interests in official circles. It is a particular aim of the association to confront the challenges faced by this profession. This also involves the recruiting of new engineers to the profession. So, it is high time to make this the profession of your choice. Professional tips for a dream profession.
Yes, first of all, I think you should bring some interest for all kinds of technical stuff, and then you should choose your educational career to go in that direction, so to focus on mathematics, physics and stuff like this. And then you should maybe prepare yourself with some internships in some companies here in Luxembourg, or maybe even in the surroundings, in order to be prepared for university.
I think it's a very nice study. One has to have a little bit of courage because it's quite hard study, but if one has realized it, it even opened doors to very high responsibility jobs, and that's not the case in every area one chooses to study.
Any young people interested in engineers should do internships quite early. They should get to know companies they're interested in, and so the companies know them well in advance. That's the first ticket to get a job.